In this section of training, we're going to talk about letter naming fluency. We will share some background information about why letter naming fluency is important. In a previous video, we talked about the importance of learning letter names. Learning letter names helps us connect to letter sounds. They help with learning challenging phonics skills, as well as learning the names of uppercase and lowercase letters. The goal for letter naming fluency is to have students effortlessly say letter names without having to stop and think about them. One way to help students become fluent with letter names is through an untimed letter naming fluency practice. The letter naming fluency practice forms that we use in our lessons have letters that have been previously taught to students. The letters are randomly ordered and begin with lowercase letters for a few rows, then capital, and then mixed. As we've mentioned before, we teach lowercase letters first because they make up more than 97% of written text. These are the letters students will see the most. They're the letters they will write the most. They still need to be able to recognize those capital letters that don't map nicely to their lowercase letter, which is why we have included them in this activity. When first introducing this activity to students, you want to model reading the letters fluently in the first row, touching each letter as you do. This will help students understand the concept of reading from left to right and one-to-one correspondence. Then, invite students to read the line along with you, as once again you point to the letters. Then have students read the row without you. Repeat for the second and third lines, and then have students read all three together. Due to the allotted time for this activity, you will usually only be able to read 4 to 8 lines. One thing we need you to remember is, once students understand the procedure, your job is to point to the letters as the students read, and use support only when needed. As we move along in lessons, you will notice that more letters are being added to the letter naming fluency forms. Examples of the different forms are on the screen. At this point, the fluency component in our lessons will take about 2 minutes. Eventually, the time will increase when we start reading fair, decodable passages. You will have an opportunity to see this procedure demonstrated in the first training lesson demonstration. This concludes the letter naming fluency portion of training.